Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to give you a brief video on my amethyst jewelry collection. All but one of these pieces, one pair of earrings, are from JTV that I've accumulated over the past year. And I've always loved amethyst. I think it's a great piece for a number of reasons. Firstly, because purple is such a beautiful color, it goes with I think every skin tone. It's a rich, vibrant, kind of fun color. It brings a lot of energy, I think, as a piece of jewelry. Secondly, it is of the quartz family, and quartz is relatively abundant. It's easy to find. It's easy to find lots of different styles in amethyst, different variations of color, etc. And it's also the birthstone for February, and I don't have anyone in my immediate family or any immediate loved ones who are born in February, but if you do, or if you are, amethyst is a great option, obviously, for that. But February or not, I still love to collect it and have my little accumulation of pieces. I think they're all really beautiful, and I'm excited to show them to you. So first things first, like I said, amethyst is of the quartz family, and I believe it ranks about a 7 on the Mohs scale of hardness. Now, when we talk about the scale of hardness or hardness, you're talking about what can scratch your jewelry. So if a gemstone is rated a 7, that means that another gemstone rated a 7, 8, 9, or 10 can scratch it. So a 7 can scratch a 7. These two bracelets have rubbed against each other. The amethysts could each scratch each other and in turn get scratched. Or if you were to rub it against, like, I think Bella Luce is an 8, Sapphire I think is a 9, and then Diamond is a 10. So any of the 8, 9, or 10 gemstones could scratch the amethyst, but they themselves shouldn't get scratched. So 7 is a pretty good number, but what's important to note is that I've been told that there's actually quartz in just regular dust particles. So the dust that accumulates on your dresser or on your jewelry box or on a cloth, if it's just left out for a couple of days, if you go to use something like an unclean cloth to dust your amethyst, just to polish it, it actually could scratch the stones. So I say that all to say you want to be careful when you're polishing your gemstones, especially amethyst and softer gemstones, that you use a clean cloth that you know is clean and that hasn't been sitting out. Another thing about amethyst is I think primarily there's 2 continents where it's mined. So that's South America and Africa. I think most of us know about African amethyst being really dark and rich and vibrant, and although Africa is a continent, there are several different locations in Africa, but at JTV at least, it seems to fall under the heading of African amethyst. In addition, there's also Moroccan amethyst, which is its own kind of being, even though Morocco is in northern Africa, so technically it could fall under the umbrella of African amethyst. But we do tend to, at least JTV tends to differentiate between African amethyst and Moroccan amethyst, because the composition of Moroccan amethyst is slightly different based on where it formed. And I don't know all the intricacies of that, but I have seen some good videos on it on YouTube. So we've got our African and Moroccan amethyst on one hand, and then we have from South America Uruguayan and Brazilian amethyst. Brazil is well known for gemstones of all kinds and colors, but Uruguayan I think is kind of an older source, and what's special about that is that it's generally not heat treated. So all of the other sources, from what I understand, of amethyst are heat treated to make them deeper in color. Uruguayan tends not to be, and you can always check each piece on JTV, but that's just how I understand it, that Uruguayan is generally not heat treated. This is the only piece of Uruguayan amethyst that I have. It's a beautiful bracelet that I actually won by calling into JTV and giving a testimonial. I can't remember, it was about a year ago. I got to talk to Scott and Jen, and then I got a random act of sparkle, and they sent me this beautiful, beautiful Uruguayan amethyst bracelet. And you can see next to this African amethyst, it is a lighter color, and I hope that you can tell. I know this isn't the greatest lighting, but I always love gemstones that aren't treated, so that's really special. Unfortunately, this bracelet is an 8-inch and it's a little too big for me, but I think it's a classic, beautiful piece, and I love having variation in my jewelry wardrobe. So this is, I'm just looking at my other pieces, this is my only piece of Uruguayan amethyst, and I might try to get some more. Next, I'll show you my African amethyst. This is my newest piece. It's a beautiful rectangular emerald cut bracelet. There are 35 carats here, and it's a 7-inch bracelet. And it packs just a huge punch. I think it's beautiful and really striking. It's a great color. The clarity is pretty good. You can see some imperfections in some of the stones, but I mean, they're naturally grown, so I don't really tend to mind that. Unless they're really gearing issues. But I just love tennis bracelets, and I love this kind of statement piece, especially in such a great color as purple. This necklace is also African amethyst, and I don't think you're going to be able to see it because unfortunately it tends to look very, very dark in most lighting. When it's worn and it's not too dark, it's not against something too dark, you can see the purple. I'll move it around so you can hopefully see some of it, because it's really beautiful in person. It always photographs and comes up on video as really dark. This is obviously a huge piece, and this is trimmed in white zircon, and it's a beautiful necklace, statement necklace. I also have this one. So I love bead strands. That's one thing. Since watching JTV, I've really gotten a great collection of bead strands. This is an African amethyst Rondelle bead strand. You can see how it shimmers and it glitters, and this is just a beautiful thing to layer or wear on its own. It's a great color purple. It's really sparkly and shiny, and this is one of the most affordable pieces on JTV. I think it's usually on sale for about $19.99. So I can't recommend this enough. It's really, really special. And then my last piece of African amethyst from JTV are these earrings that I just got. So you can see they're pear shape, and they come out a bit of a dangle. Really pretty, really clean, beautiful pops of color, really lightweight, very comfortable to wear. So let me move these guys off to the side so I can bring my other pieces. So before I go on to the other ones, this is my oldest piece of amethyst earrings, and I actually don't have a lot of information on them because they are vintage that I bought pre-owned, and they're set in gold, solid gold, and they're bezel set, which is something I'm obsessed with. But they are just classic and timeless and really nice to wear as a simpler look. But I don't know where exactly the amethyst came from, but they match pretty well my African amethyst pieces. And that Uruguayan one looks really good with it too. I don't know if there's a possible way to test for where its location is of origin, but probably not. But these are kind of my simple amethyst stud set in yellow gold. So sticking with Africa, I will show you my two pieces. I know we kind of skipped around. I started with Uruguay, then I went to the overarching Africa title, and now we're going to Morocco. So this is a Moroccan amethyst ring, and I just love the size, love the setting, love the shape, love everything about it. I think it's so, so beautiful, with lots of sparkle and lots of presence. And this is a matching Moroccan amethyst pendant. It's a great one to wear really close to your neck like a choker. Has a beautiful, something about Moroccan amethyst is a little brighter to me. I don't think you can see it in the camera, but in person it kind of has a pink red to it that I really love, and it's really special. So Just comes from a different area of Morocco and has different composite, or a different area of Africa, being that it's from northern Africa and Morocco, and a different composition to it that makes it slightly different. And I think it's really, really special. So these are my 2 Moroccan amethysts, and actually this one is trimmed in lavender amethyst, which I don't have any larger pieces, but it seems really pretty. Kind of like tanzanite. I like all the colors of amethyst. Even though technically the darker is more desirable. So going back to South America, these are Brazilian amethyst earrings in a checkerboard setting. These are really affordable too. I want to say they're about $19.99 usually at JTV. Love the checkerboard setting, love the dangle. They're a little bit lighter in tone than, say, the African amethyst. They're Brazilian over here. But just classic and really sweet. And then last, I actually don't remember where the origin is, so I'm sorry for kind of jumping all over the place. This is my one, I'm just double checking to see in my mind. Yeah, my one Rose de France amethyst. So Rose de France amethyst is a lavender color. It is amethyst, but it's just lighter. And I think it's stunning. And I love this piece that I have. It's trimmed in white zircon and rhodolite garnet. This is an 8.71 carat. So this and this and this. These guys are kind of my statement pieces. And I just love, because like I said earlier, quartz is so affordable and easy to find in different shapes and sizes. And so having these really mega pieces is so fun. It makes you feel really special and makes you walk a little bit taller when you're wearing them. So this is a kind of a little smattering of my collection, and I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about amethyst and seeing what pieces I currently have. If any of these are still available, which I don't think many of them are, I will try to link them down below. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.